And I'm Dave.
And welcome to
Bitchin' Kitchen.
Today we're going to cook a real simple meal. Grilled salmon, we're going to cook some potatoes with some garlic and rosemary, and some squash with some onion and garlic. It's a real easy meal, so come on in and let's get cooking. We're going to start off with our roasted garlic potatoes. And it's a real simple recipe. All you're going to have is potatoes, onions, garlic, and rosemary, and a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Just toss that together. So Dave, if you want to give me some potatoes, we can start off with those.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Just a real simple chop. Just kind of get in there, get them kind of evenly cut. You know, try and make them in about the same size pieces. And I guess let's go with some garlic first.
There you go, sir.
Thank you. You're just going to basically peel the skin off the garlic and get yourself some cloves. And I'm just going to basically do a real easy cut on those. Just get them nicely cut. Try to stay away from the fingers.
Yeah, I like fingers. It's good to have them.
Well, especially when you go to eat, you know, you're going to kind of need them for this meal.
Definitely.
And then basically some rosemary.
You got
Rosemary, if you've never seen it before. You can
Where'd you get your rosemary from, Rick?
Actually out in the backyard. Yeah, these are the kind of things you can buy at Home Depot. I think nowadays even the grocery store they sell this stuff, and
yeah, I think
it usually comes in a little potted plant, and stick it out there. It's only a couple bucks. If you kill it, go buy another one. I don't have the best green thumb, but it adds good flavor.
Wow, that looks good.
And it's versatile. You use it in a lot of things. You can use it in chicken, and just a good hearty flavor. So we're basically going to put that in there. A little bit of onion. I like red onion. You can use any color onion, you know, white, yellow. Good sweet onion sometimes is good. And we're just going to cut that up real quick. Get those thrown into the dish. And then at this point, I'm going to pass this off to David. And he's going to add some olive oil and salt and pepper. Give it a little flavor and pop that in the oven. And that'll pretty much bring us to our first break, because this dish is going to take us about 45 minutes. So once he gets that mixed up, thrown in the oven, we're going to catch some football, because it's football Sunday. And,
oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we're watching the Jaguars, so we're not really counting on a win.
Oh no.
But it's still football. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get that in the oven. And I think at this point we will go off and watch some football. In about 20 minutes we'll come back and show you. The next dishes are kind of quick and easy. We're just going to throw the zucchini and garlic together, saute that in the pan, throw some seasoning onto our salmon with some onion, throw that in the pan, or I'm sorry, in the hot pan on the oven, and we're good. So let's go watch football.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to Bitchin' Kitchen. Well, we watched a little bit of football, and I guess...
Do you call it football?
Yeah, the Jaguars aren't doing as well as what we thought they would. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to start prepping up the zucchini, onions, and garlic, and Rick's going to fry it up. So, you want to pass me over zucchini, Rick?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. What I'm going to do with the zucchini is I'm going to cut them up in julienne. So what I do is I start off with a long cut, and then I cut them into thinner cuts. And then what you end up with is a real nice thin cut of zucchini. Kind of looks like that, almost like a French fry. Then I'm going to take the onion, chop up the onion.
Oh, you're good at that.
Yeah, I know. Practice, man. Throw that in with the zucchini. Grab a little bit of garlic. Rick's already peeled it from before when we did the potatoes. I'm going to chop the garlic up. It can be pretty rough. Everything's pretty easy here. We're not going to get the Master Chef style kind of food.
Hey, wait! They scored!
No, they didn't.
That's right.
No, that's an ad. So I'm going to throw that in with the zucchini and the onions. Kind of pass it off to Rick now, and he's going to fry it on up.
So basically I've got my pan over here. I've got it on 6, which for anyone that has a stove top, it's hot, but it's not scalding hot. I'm going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, drizzle that in the pan, just enough to coat it. You don't want to saturate your vegetables. Get that in the pan, get it nice and warm, And since that pan's been sitting for a little bit, it's already kind of rocking hot. So we're just going to dump all that in there, get yourself a nice little sizzle going. And we're just going to do just a quick little cook, just enough to get these vegetables basically warmed and sauteed. And it's real quick and easy. Just going to get that in there, add a little bit of salt and pepper to it, just to kind of get some of that taste and flavor out. Some people do the whole salt over the shoulder thing, but you know, that's not me, because I've given up on luck. And again, just going to get that in there, a little quick toss of everything, get it kind of nicely coated, warmed up. And then before you know it, we'll be able to throw that on the plate. We have our potatoes in the oven still cooking. And what we're going to do is our next dish is going to be the salmon, which is kind of the main part of the meal.
I'll grab the salmon.
Okay, appreciate it.
Rick went to the store earlier on today and picked up some salmon.
I caught that in the backyard.
Yeah, well then you don't want to eat the salmon. He bought some, is this wild or is this farm raised?
That's farm raised. And you know, a lot of people kind of have their own personal preference. To me, I like the farm raised. The wild salmon has kind of more of a gamey taste to it, but again, that's really just personal preference. I believe that the wild salmon is going to have a little bit more of a reddish color, whereas the farm raised kind of has more of that orangey color to it. So that's really the main difference. It's just a little bit in taste, otherwise same fish.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some salt and sprinkle it over the top. I know that Rick's already chopped up some rosemary that's going to go on top of this.
Yep, we're going to throw some rosemary, some garlic, a little salt and pepper. We're just going to throw that in the pan.
Alright.
Go ahead and cook off the salmon. Basically the way I like to do it is I'm going to cook the salmon flesh side down, get that started off. Get your pan nice and high, you got a little bit of olive oil in here. David's already salt and peppered the fish, give it a little bit of flavor, get that down in the pan, you got a little bit of sizzle. And the reason I like to cook it flesh side down is one, that cooks the fish and you get it to, I guess, kind of the color you want to have it at.
Yeah, kind of browns everything up.
And then once you've got that, you've got the safety of the skin side, that once you put that down, it kind of creates a barrier from burning the fish, which I don't know about you, I don't really like burnt fish, so.
No, I don't like burnt fish at all, man.
So that's how I do it.
Let's take a look at the recipe one more time. We're going to need a fresh piece of salmon, along with some green onions, a nice big yellow lemon, some garlic, some red onions to chop up, potatoes, along with a zucchini, and some capers to garnish the plate, as well as rosemary.
But yeah, we're gonna see, that's kind of the color you're gonna get. We'll let that cook just a little bit more. I guess now would probably be a good time maybe pull those potatoes out, see where we're at on that. And about now we can probably flip this salmon just a little bit. Let that cook. And I think at this point I'm probably going to throw a lid on there just to kind of steam it a little bit. Kind of keep some of that heat in there.
Does that also keep the fish a lot more moist?
Yeah, it's gonna keep that moisture in there. And then we'll just hope for the best. Yeah, let it cook, and I'm getting kind of hungry. What about you?
It looks really good, and it looks like a hearty meal. Too
Yeah,
bad it's only one portion. For me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like I said, you're just here to help. You know, I've got Hot Pockets for you.
There you go.
So yeah, you can have a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket
watch the game.
football.
Yeah, so we'll keep it real here. Yeah, I might throw some squash in there for your.
Woohoo!
Yeah. But you know, it's a good meal. It's healthy. You know, fish is always good for you. You got your vegetables, potatoes. All right, you know, they might add a little bit of the poundage to you, but hey, I've already broken that level, so why not?
Cool. Hey, so while Rick is cooking all that stuff and getting it ready, what we're going to do now is we're going to bring up all the ingredients again, let you know exactly what we put into this meal today. So check out what's in the recipe, cook it up one weekend, enjoy it, and have a good time. Back to Rick.
We're getting close.
So you say it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to cook this meal?
Yeah,
or at least the salmon.
Yeah, I would say the salmon, you're talking about an 8-minute fish. Again, a lot of it depends on the size of your fish, the thickness of your fish. Every fish is going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I would say about anywhere between 5 to 10, but 8 is probably a good number. You know, your vegetables, that's just a quick saute. Again, depends on how much you want to cook it for. You know, it might be a couple of minutes, and you might want to throw it in there a little longer. The potatoes is really what's going to take the time, and it's quick and easy as far as prep time. You throw it in the oven, you can go and do whatever you want to do and come back to it. And again, potatoes, you can't mess them up. You know, you pull them out, if they're not cooked enough, put them back in.
Sounds good. Well, Rick's almost got everything done, and we're going to plate it all up now, and we're going to get ready to eat and serve it up. So we'll be back.
Alright, so we're back, and due to camera magic, we're ready to pull everything out of the oven and start grubbing down. So I think since we've got the vegetables in there, why don't we start with those? We just kind of kept those in there to keep them warm. And we're just going to throw, you know, a nice healthy portion on there for ourselves. David, looks like you might actually get at least some vegetables to eat.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know, don't get too excited. And then why don't we go ahead and we'll put the potatoes on there, not too hot, so careful.
Yeah, buddy, those look good.
Alright. And yeah, you might even get some potatoes. So we'll put some of those on there. We'll get those on the plate. You know, you got a nice little color in there. You got your reds and a little bit of yellow. You got the onion in there.
Enough?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Well,
I mean, I'll probably
plenty
come
for
back
me.
for more, but and then the main course. Let's start with that salmon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that turned out good. But unfortunately, you don't get any of that. But the hot pocket will look just as nice on the plate. Yeah, we probably could have cut that in two, but you're talking about two big guys, so again, hot pocket for David because he's the guest. You know, the whole guest thing gets the courtesy. That doesn't exist in my place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna maybe add a little lemon flavor to the salmon. Lemon with any kind of fish, that's pretty much kind of goes hand in hand. Get that on there. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know about you, but it looks like a good plate to me.
That's one heck of a good looking meal, man.
Alright, so now all we got left to do is clean up. We want to thank you for stopping in, and we hope you learned something as far as cooking the meal. And from Dave and I, we want to say thank you, and next time stop in at
Kitchen.